A lot of times when I ask people, do you want to be successful financially? You know what everybody says? Yes, I want to be successful financially. I said, great. Show me your plan. If there's more than enough money, like in the world, why is it that like 3 or 4% have financial freedom? We have to master the self-talk, how we talk about money, what we expect about money, and what we believe to be true about money. Would you agree with that? Now, do you have a plan for achieving financial success? Do you have a strategy for achieving financial success? There's a lot of students that I work with that when I ask them if they have a plan for achieving financial success, most of them don't have any plans. So here's my first question to you. Do you have a strategy? Do you have a plan to achieve financial success? Now, a lot of times when I ask people, do you want to be successful financially? You know what everybody says? Yes, I want to be successful financially. I said, great. Show me your plan. How many people do you think out of 100 have a plan, like a real plan for how they're going to achieve financial success? Yes and no means mostly no. Come on, let's be real, okay? Right, so like, why don't most people have a plan? I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday who was here doing an interview with me for one of his shows. And I was asking him, why does he think that most people don't have a plan? And one of the answers he gave me is most people don't have a plan because they're afraid that if they create a plan and they don't achieve it, they'll be disappointed. And I said, that makes sense. So it's actually fear of disappointment, right, that causes people not to have a plan. So let me ask you a question. Let's start off with maybe some fundamental beliefs. Do you believe, and this is a yes or no question, do you believe that there's more than enough money like out in the world? And what I mean by money, let me come back. I had a little issue here. What I mean by is there more than enough money? I mean, obviously, real money, assets in buildings and gold and Bitcoin. Is there more than enough like money in the world? Or is it scarce? So Ashok says, yes, there's more than enough money, right? So if there's more than enough money, and hi there, Karina, and hi there, Charnay, and hi there, Astrid. I'm streaming, by the way, on Facebook, and I'm streaming on Instagram. So if there's more than enough money, that means that between where you are right now, right, and getting more money, there's a gap, right? Now, money is not the be all and end all, but what is money for? Money is to give you choices, isn't it? It's to give you some choice freedom of what you want to buy, where you want to eat, who you want to help, where you want to go. It maybe give you some level of security because if there's enough money coming in, then you can take care of, the shelter and food and needs that you have. So if there's more than enough money like in the world, why is it that like 3 or 4% have financial freedom? Like, what do you think it really is? Let's have a real discussion of there's people that are here right now from Estonia and India and Alaska and Japan and Indonesia. And we have people from the United States and Canada. And there are wealthy people in all of these places, right? There's wealthy people in all of these places. So what is standing in the way, right? You want financial freedom or you want to have more financial success, and here's where you are. What is standing in the way between you having more of what's already available? It's like if you want more sand, you just go to the beach and get a pile of sand. So money is just a tool, right? If you go back in time, we didn't even have money, right? We didn't have money, right? What did we use back in time? Money was created as a means of exchange, right? Money was created as a means of exchange. Back when we were living in tribes, got really good, let's say, fishing or hunting or picking berries. And then they traded berries for fish or meat for berries or grains or whatever the case is. We used things to trade. Seashells were used to trade. Spices were used to trade. Chocolate was used to trade, right? So let's understand that money is not a scarce commodity. Agree or disagree? Come on. Money is not a scarce commodity. Money is a tool that we use to exchange with other people, have programs, products, services, or things that we want to exchange with. And would you agree that the marketplace creates a value? How much does this pen worth? How much does this glass? This glass of water to me is worth, maybe $1 right now. If I was on a deserted island with no water, it'd probably worth $1 million to me. So money is a tool. Agree? Let me know in the chat. Do you agree? So the question is, if you want more money, more financial freedom, why not create, 3 things. Let me give you 3 things you need to do if you want more money. Ready? By the way, I'll give you the 3 things if I see a couple of likes or a loves. All right, because there's no shortage of money. There's only one place where money is short or scarce for some people. Do you know where that place is? Come on, Instagram, give me a little love in here, okay? And on Facebook too. There's only one place that money is scarce or short. You know where that is? Watch this. In your mind. All right, in your own mind. So a strategy that you want to be thinking about is this. And many of you had, some really good answers. Hi there, Brendan. Nice to see you, buddy. So one of the things that we need to understand is, first and foremost, let's change our belief that it doesn't matter how young you are or old you are, how many times you've succeeded or failed. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. There's an abundance of money. So let's, number 1, change our mindset around money. Let's change our universal belief from scarcity or just security. Scarcity means not enough. Security means just enough. Success means more than enough, and significance means more than enough for all of us. Let's shift our mindset from scarcity to a significance mindset, saying there is more than enough for all of us. Part 1, we shift our mindset. So here's my question for you. I told you there's 3 things. The first piece we have to get, the first strategy is to build a strategy to have an empowering, constructive, powerful mindset around money, which means that we have to shift our beliefs from I can't achieve it, there's not enough, I don't know how. We have to master the self-talk first. We have to master the self-talk, how we talk about money, what we expect about money, and what we believe to be true about money. Would you agree with that? So mindset is, number 1, it's the little hinge that swings the big doors. Little hinges swings the big doors. So what does it mean to have an abundant, significant mindset? It means that since you now believe that there's more than enough for everybody, and that you are worthy and capable of achieving the financial goals and the financial security or significance that you want, then and only then, hi Shannon, then and only then do we shift over to this, pay attention. And this is where I started the question is, what's your plan, right? What is your strategy? What is your strategy? Seriously, all right? There's lots of money out there. We've established that money is a means of exchange between people, tribes, organizations, companies, etc. right? Then what is your strategy to exchange your knowledge, your skill, your programs, your product, your service with people who want or need what it is that you have to offer? So you can offer your time, you can work as an employee, but you can also earn money in other ways. There are ways to earn money in business. There are ways to earn money selling programs, products, or services. They don't even have to be your own. There's ways to earn money by investing in things. There's ways to earn money, okay, by collecting and then trading things. So here is the question, like seriously, if you're serious about the topic, financial freedom, choice freedom, emotional freedom, then what is the strategy, or what are the strategies that you are using every day, every week, every month, every quarter, every year to bring value to the marketplace? Since the marketplace pays you, your company doesn't pay you. The marketplace pays you based on the value you bring to the marketplace. The marketplace has an equilibrium of value for certain things under certain conditions and circumstances. So what is your daily, weekly, monthly strategy? The things that you are going to do every day to create fair exchange with a marketplace that is more than willing, okay, to pay you. And Mr. SB, who said money makes you happy? Like, who's talking about money as a means of exchange? And by the way, there are some studies that money does make people happier to a certain extent. So do some research on that as well. So number one is I've got to get my mindset right. Then number two is I've got to upgrade my skill set. I've got to upgrade my skill set. Is it possible? I mean, is it possible? Think, like, help me with this. Is it possible that what's holding you back might be limiting beliefs or fears, but what also may be holding you back is you don't feel worthy of the money that you want to earn? You don't feel like you deserve the lifestyle that you want? Is it possible that you don't feel good enough? Is it possible? So mindset is a lot more than just beliefs. A mindset's a lot more than just attitudes, right? But then the skills to take what you know and turn it into dough, to take your program, product, service, knowledge, skill, and give it and bring it into the marketplace. Let me share a story with you that I think will help. Many years ago, probably about 15, I was doing a live event, and the event was called Money Squared, right? Exponential growth of money. And I had this gal from Indianapolis, her name was, I believe, Mary, who worked at a law office as a receptionist. So all day, she would answer the phone, take notes, send the phone calls to the right lawyers. And she was really, really organized and detailed and methodical. And she had gotten to the highest level that she could in the law firm as a receptionist. And there weren't any other openings for her, but she wanted to make more money. And so she came to one of my events. And at the event, I had people write out, what's your vision? What are your goals? How much would you like to earn? What kind of lifestyle would you like to live? And she wrote out this beautiful vision for her life. But she says, but I'm an employee. I can't make any more money per hour. And I said to her, I agree. You're probably at the limit of what you're earning for the law firm. I said, but let me ask you a question. What are your skills? And she said, well, I'm really organized. I said, great. What else do you do really well? She says, well, I don't make a lot of mistakes. I'm really detail-oriented. So you're organized, you're detail-oriented. I said, do you have a process for how you answer the phone? Yes. Do you have this written down? She said, no. Do you have a process for how you handle all of the messages that need to go to the different lawyers? And she says, no, but I know how to do it. I said, would you do this for me? Why don't you write out the process for answering the phone, for taking messages, for writing it down, for getting to the right lawyers, for following up, for making sure that everything that you do is detailed and organized? And she says, oh, okay, I'll do that. So she sat there for several hours during the event and she wrote all this stuff out. And then I said to her, I said, tell me about the law firm you work for and where you are working. She said, well, I work in this environment where there's, 50 floors in our building. There's a whole bunch of other buildings in the area that I work in. And there's a bunch of businesses, that all work in these buildings. I said, could you teach what you do to other receptionists? And she said, well, I already do that for all the new receptionists that are hired, as well as all the private assistants that the lawyers have. I said, so you're already training other people? She said, yes. I said, could you do that for other people? She said, of course I could. Here's what I want you to do. I said, I want you to write out, a little flyer. We'll train your receptionists or assistants. Okay. And she put together a flyer with some details that I gave her. And she went around to the different businesses in the different offices in 3 buildings that she worked in. She said, hey, I'm going to have an event 3 weeks from now. I have room for 25 people to train receptionists and assistants. Guess what? She made $10,000 that weekend by training other people to do what she already knew how to do. Now, what shifted? What shifted? Did her skill set shift? No. Did her mindset shift? Yes. Did she have to implement, a new set of skills? Did she have to implement a new behavior? Could she have failed? Yes, she had to overcome that. Could she have been disappointed? Yes, she had to overcome that. But here's what I want to share with you. There's more than enough money if you focus on how you can achieve a goal that you want to achieve versus why you can't. You have to get rid of the limited stinking thinking and start asking yourself a question. If I was committed to achieving the financial goals that I have, could I? And if your answer is, well, no, and I say, why not? If you could, how would you? Who would know how to show me? What skills do I need? What thinking do I need to elevate? What kind of strategy or strategies can I put in place to make a little bit more, maybe $500 more a week or a month or $1,000 or $10,000. It doesn't matter the amount. But what happened is I helped her with the thinking at a different level that she was thinking under. Does that make sense? So her strategy changed. Not only was she an employee and made the money from that, but then we said, let's add this as a test. She did the test. She made a lot of money in that first training. She started making $250,000 a year training other people to know how to do what she did really, really well. She did quit her job as a receptionist for that law firm, but she kept training their new employees. So, do you have a strategy to achieve the financial goals that you want? What I want you to understand is it all starts with your mindset. And then, yes, it does start with your skill set, which is the second piece, but there's a third piece you must have. What did she do that most people don't do? Let me know, what did she do that most people don't do? Because we can think about it, we can talk about it. What was the third piece? There's a third piece that's critical. Many of you saw me in the movie, The Secret, right? And we talked about the law of attraction. What most of you may not have even considered, right, was that the last 6 letters of the word attraction is what? Action. Thank you, Sheila, and thank you, Queen Makarenko. She took action. So here's a question I want to ask you. Let's say you get your mindset right. Let's say you get the skill sets that you need. Without action, no thing happens. Actually, one thing does happen. You guarantee you stay stuck. So, do you have a strategy? Do you have a strategy for your mindset? Do you have a strategy for your skill set? Do you have an actionable strategy that you are willing to take? Can I put you on the line right now? Let me put you on the line right now. I challenge you. I challenge you. Put a plan together for upgrading your mindset. Put a little plan together for upgrading your skill sets. Right? Put a plan together for taking action. Hey, Sean, put a plan together. And then here's what I'd like you to do. personally right now, between you and me, commit. Say, I commit to taking inspired action for the next 7 days. No matter what. No matter what. No matter what means I'm going to take inspired action. At least in taking action, you're going to learn. At least in taking inspired action, you're going to have something you say, it worked or it didn't work. I could tweak and adjust. Listen, if we agree, like we did earlier, all right, that the distance between where you are right now and where you want to be is inspired right action. Inspired right action. Come on, everybody, commit. Don't be afraid of committing. Take inspired right action, then you can achieve financial freedom. But without a plan, you're planning to fail or you're planning to remain the same. All right? I love everybody that's putting in, I'm committed. It takes commitment. Listen, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Okay, you're not going to sit there and meditate like a monk and, oh, I'm making more money, I'm making more money, I'm making more money. Bullshit. Get off your Assaraf and take inspired action today, tomorrow, the next day, the next day after that. At least in action, you are learning. If you keep sitting on your ass doing the same thing over and over again, you're going to repeat the same patterns over and over and over again, and then you're not going to believe in yourself. There's more than enough money out there. Your job is to bridge the gap between where you are, where you want to be, and you create a plan to get through that. Does that make sense? I love all the commitments because that's what it takes, everybody. If you're not committed, then you're interested, you're going to do what's easy and convenient, right? There is more than enough for all of us to live happy, healthy, contributing lives, right? So that was today's topic.
Hey, this is John, and if you liked that video, watch the next video because it is packed with things that you can do right now to achieve success way faster than ever before.